Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So do me a favor, if you end up enjoying this video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. It helps the videos more than you know. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're starting here talking about Sucker Punch Productions and Ghost of Tsushima. If we head over to their official X profile, they say here, today marks the 4-year anniversary of the launch of Ghost of Tsushima. It's been a wild ride since then, including Legends, the Director's Cut, and the recent PC release. We are constantly humbled by the outpouring of love for our game, and we sincerely thank everyone who has played. We'd love to hear your stories and experiences from the game. Please share your favorite moments with us. Now, I wanted to just take a moment to highlight this because it's crazy to think it's already been 4 years since Ghost of Tsushima launched. It honestly feels like it was just yesterday. And it was a really awesome way to close out the PlayStation 4 generation. I also just want to take a moment to talk about how amazing the game is. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And honestly, it just kind of makes me think we have to be getting close to the official reveal of Ghost of Tsushima 2 or some kind of sequel. I'm not necessarily saying I'm for sure expecting it to happen this year, but with the recent release of the PC version and now the celebration of the 4-year anniversary, it tells me we are very, very close to this reveal. And so there is a bit of wishful thinking here, obviously. I would love to see Ghost of Tsushima 2 officially revealed this year. And it's interesting to think that with the rumors of the PS5 Pro, there's a chance that the first time we see this game, it will be running on PS5 Pro hardware. And when you consider just how good Ghost of Tsushima still looks on the PS4 Pro, it's going to be quite the reveal. So just wanted to let you guys know about this. We're going to move on to the next topic, though, which talks about Astro Bot once again, a game that we're all, I think, very excited for. And we have a bunch of new information once again to go over and cover here. Some of the things we cover here are going to be known already, but a lot of it is also brand new info. And I actually want to highlight this user here who left a comment on my last stream. And I want to give them a little shout out and thank them for actually translating this. This was an interview that was done in French with the head of Team Asobi, Nicolas Doucet. And so he says, "Hi MBG, I'm French. I listened to the interview. I tried to do a summary." So he says here, Doucet believes it will be around 15 hours, at least 12 hours, to beat the game. And he goes on to say, "I have a feeling he was not talking about 100% completion." So if you're wondering how long it takes to just beat Astro Bot, anywhere between 12 and 15 hours. Astro has 15 different capabilities. Some of them are used only once or twice in the game within levels, some more often, but never more than 3 to 4 times to avoid redundancy. It's not open world, and they did confirm, Team Asobi that is, that they thought about going open world, but they decided not to avoid, losing the rhythm and essentially having more variety overall. Them choosing not to go open world led to greater variety. That's why they decided to go with it. A new engine mainly for physical interactions. There's going to be 80 levels, 300 bots to rescue, 150 specials, sent to a planet where we will have something related to PlayStation history, kind of a living museum. So it seems to confirm that there's going to be just some kind of PlayStation planet, which sounds amazing. Some bots will unlock new planets with dedicated biomes, examples of Kratos and Atreus with a snow planet for Ragnarok. That sounds incredible. DualSense will be used as a tool to repair the PS5 spaceship. They started first to work on prototypes around the DualSense before the story and the planets. It was key to have fresh gameplay very often. These prototypes inspired the team to create capabilities, example of the sponge in different levels. Apparently, they did confirm that there will be difficult levels that apparently will be optional, if I'm reading this correctly, where there's no checkpoints, but they are actually shorter than other levels. And they did this to satisfy more experienced gamers to have more of a challenge. The main story can be played by kids. It was important for them to have a gameplay that is very accessible. They wanted a physical edition. It will include a poster to unfold with game instructions, which obviously a lot of people are hyped about that. But yeah, I think we learned a lot of really, really good information from this interview. And again, shout out to this individual for kind of translating this and making it much easier for us who, those of us who don't speak or understand French to fully understand everything that was conveyed new info-wise. I'm really, really, really loving everything I'm hearing about Astro Bot. I mean, the more I hear about it, honestly, the more excited I get for it. It really sounds like this is going to be one of the best games ever, honestly. I know some people don't believe that. They think that, oh, it's just a kid's game, but just seeing how expertly crafted it is and how it's really integrating everything PlayStation into this one package, it sounds awesome. I really can't wait for it. So let me know your thoughts on that. I do also just want to take a moment here to highlight the fact that Astro Bot actually made it to the cover of Edge magazine for the 400th edition of the magazine. And what's really interesting about this is they actually did a bunch of different cover variations featuring PlayStation icons. There's one for Bloodborne, Returnal, God of War, Shadow of the Colossus, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon, Ratchet & Clank, Gran Turismo. I mean, it looks actually really awesome. It would be really cool to actually acquire every single one of these magazines, but I just kind of wanted to throw this out here because it was just a nice little thing that I think they did. But guys, we are going to move on to the next topic here, which talks about a sale that's going on over on the PlayStation Store. I just wanted to briefly mention this to everybody. The big PlayStation Store Summer 2024 sale actually starts today. This is coming from PlayStation Lifestyle. The PlayStation Store Summer 2024 sale is going live today, bringing with it discounts on thousands of titles. Highlights include Elden Ring, 30% off, Modern Warfare 3, 45% off, Hogwarts Legacy, 60% off, and there is a massive, massive list of games, which I honestly cannot, I can't go over everything here, but essentially I just wanted to let everybody know during this time, you know, people are usually looking for games to play or, you know, trying to tackle their backlog. If you're thinking about it and you don't mind buying games digitally, there's a massive sale going on right now, so it's definitely worth checking out. Moving on to the next topic, though, we are talking about the Concord beta. I have an interesting write-up here from PlayStation Lifestyle, and it says PS5 console exclusive Concord has concluded its beta early access, and while it has made a decent first impression, its initial player count has caused some concern. Concord's beta early access was open to all PlayStation Plus members and those who pre-ordered the game on the PS5 and PC, and it's worth noting that the open beta does actually kick off tomorrow. It says, we've been following the chatter surrounding Concord's beta and have noticed that a lot of players who were initially skeptical about the game actually enjoyed their experience. However, all of those positive impressions were overshadowed by recurring screenshots of SteamDB showing Concord's player numbers on PC. As an example, Tech for Gamers pointed out that on the last day of its beta early access, Concord's concurrent player count fell to below 50 on Steam. We don't have access to PS5 data, but it probably fared better on console, considering early access was open to all PS Plus members, irrespective of tier. It's worth reiterating that Concord's open beta will start on July 18th. Last weekend's paywalled early access doesn't necessarily indicate that the game is doomed. So yeah, I saw a lot of people talking about this with Concord, and it is worth acknowledging that at least on the PC side of things, yeah, the numbers were looking very abysmal, and there's no way around that. They just frankly looked bad. I think the player count actually peaked at around 1,100 concurrent players during the closed beta, but there is also the fact that you do have to pre-order it, or you did, I should say, have to pre-order it to access this closed beta. The real test is going to be tomorrow when it goes open to everybody on PC, because again, we don't have access to PS5 numbers. Guaranteed, this game had way more players on PS5 than PC because there are tens of millions of PlayStation Plus subscribers, and I'm sure millions of them just downloaded it to give it a try, whatever. So the player count was no doubt much, much, much higher because of that. But tomorrow, we're going to find out if there really is going to be an audience for this game on PC, because this game is not free to play. It is a $40 title, so tomorrow will mark the only time that PC players will be able to just play the game for free. It's essentially going to be free to play, and depending on what we see, it could give us a much better idea as to whether or not Concord is actually going to succeed, at least on the PC side of things. I think, generally speaking, though, Concord still has a major uphill battle. I did see a lot of people saying that they actually did enjoy the gameplay. I still see quite a few people very unimpressed with this game, wanting nothing to do with it. It's certainly divisive, and it will be interesting to see what the end result looks like. But moving on to the final topic here, this is being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. It says Sony is quietly increasing the list of third-party PS Plus classics that come with trophies on the PS5 and PS4. Last month, PS Plus Premium subscribers were surprised with retroactive trophy patches for third-party games, and it looks like that was not a one-off endeavor. Now, PlayStation 2 RPG Summoner has received 2 trophy lists, one for each console gen. Summoner was added to PlayStation Plus Premium this week and is also available for standalone purchase. The 2000 RPG was developed by now-defunct Volition and published by THQ. Sony has always maintained that adding trophies to classics is up to developers and publishers while ensuring that its own first-party classics came with the feature. Initially, none of the third-party games came with trophy lists, but it looks like Sony has managed to convince partners to go the extra mile. It's also possible that Sony itself has been helping partners add trophies to their games. So yeah, this is something that I thought was certainly worth pointing out, because I have a feeling that a lot of people who are thinking about interacting with these PlayStation classics or subscribing to PlayStation Plus Premium for these classics, whether or not these games have trophy support might be a deal breaker for quite a few of these people. I think hearing that certain games do have trophies added to them really incentivizes some players to be like, you know what, I do want to play this now. I want to earn that platinum. And it just adds a whole nother layer, a whole nother incentive as to why they're going to want to go back and play some of these classics, or maybe just buy it standalone. So it's really cool to see more developers doing this. Again, it's hard to say if it's the developer just kind of deciding, or the publisher, I should say, just kind of deciding, hey, we're going to do this, or if Sony's involved. If I had to guess, I think Sony's probably directly involved here, trying to, again, add that extra incentive. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.